Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the second part to the Q&A. This match is on Gridlock. It's the second round of the competitive tournament I played in, and spoiler alert, we actually won. I never put in the description who actually hosted it. It's a guy named Russia Shark, which is pretty awesome of him. So if you want to check out his channel, he has all the matches, and you can see how we did in the finals. I don't think I want to put up the finals because I wasn't really focused and it was super long. I'll probably put up the third round down the road sometime. And now I'm just going to take the rest of the time to answer some of the questions I never got a chance to. Okay, so for the first question, it is what motivates you to play Gears? What part of your game do you take most pride in, and what do you need to improve on? So, for me, it's always a different experience. Like, I like to think of it as an elaborate game of chess, and it's always so new and fresh to me. And I know a lot of people find it to be repetitive, but I find other games to be repetitive. But there's something about Gears that's just so fresh, and the gameplay mechanics are just the best. And I take most pride in my movement, my efficiency with starting weapons, and the bull talk. And I need to improve on sniping. I If I'm going to be playing competitively, I have to be somewhat competent with the sniper, and that's something that I really need to start practicing with. How would somebody go about beating a player like yourself? Okay, so you can either gang up on me, you can outsmart me, you can use power weapons. Um, what I try to do when I'm out playing other people is trying to put them in the worst position possible. It shouldn't have to come down to random wall bouncing, hope for the best. So if you're going to try to beat someone like me, think about how you can put me in the crappiest possible position. When Gears of War Judgment comes out, what will happen to Gears 3? Well, I was going to say that if Judgment fails to provide what the Gears community wants, then people will go back to Gears 3, but the reality is the population for Gears 3 is going to be smaller, and with new big titles like COD and Halo, the population is going to decline anyway, so I think that Gears 3 has a very high chance of being obsolete, which is unfortunate. How does one get to be as good as you? How did you practice to get to where you are now, private, quick, or ranked? Lots of time put into the game. I would say try to put yourself in the most competitive setting you can. It's always better to verse better players. Quick match is kind of a waste of time in my opinion, unless you're looking for a quick match or you're a casual player. If you're really serious about getting better, playing at a competitive level, playing with players that are better than you, playing ranked alone, um, playing with a specific team, those are the kind of things that will help you become a better player. What time of the day do you usually play? I usually play on the weekends. I'm a weekend warrior, full-time student, so sometimes it's every other weekend. I play literally whenever I can get the time in, which is usually maybe Friday evening, a little bit on Saturdays. How often do you get destroyed by full teams, and do you ever manage to come out with a decent score? I get destroyed by a full team a lot of the time. It doesn't really upset me because it's always a new opportunity to get better. I do manage to come out with a decent score most of the time, and that's because I usually set goals like, okay, break even if they're spawn trapping with a ridiculous amount of proficiency. So yeah, I do get destroyed quite often. What's up with your first video being a planking montage? Well, I actually like making videos in general, and my friends and I for the summer of grade 11 decided to make a planking montage when it was popular, and we basically climbed just about everything in our neighborhood, getting on tops of Tim Hortons and schools. It's pretty dangerous, it was pretty fun, and everyone just sent me their photos, or I got a lot of photos myself, and we made a planking montage. Okay, no, sorry, answer that. Have you ever considered doing an introduction to your videos? No, because first of all, I suck at making introduction videos. I'm not like a heavy editor, and second of all, whenever I watch other people's videos, if the introduction's any longer than 10 seconds, it's a little frustrating because like I'm subscribed to you. I don't need to see this introduction every single time I watch your videos. I know it's a branding thing, but with my videos, if you haven't noticed, I like to cut out everything that is useless because it's just not fun to watch and I don't really like wasting time, but hey, maybe that's just me. Do you have any tips on finding your perfect sensitivity? Okay, I would say to never go way too high. I would find something low and you're comfortable with, play a bit, and start slowly turning it up and wait until you hit that um, perfect sensitivity, and for me I put it to 20/20/20 because when Gears 3 first came out, that was the highest you could go with, and that still wasn't really high enough for me, but I started using it so much I figured, okay, why not just leave it, it works well. So that's how my sensitivity came to be. Why would you not do 30/30/30? Okay, higher sensitivity does not equal more skill or a chance to be better. It doesn't work like that. What's your opinion of the sawed-off shotgun and boomshot base maps? Okay, with the sawed-off, I don't think it's overpowered. I think the problem is that it's just a frustrating gun to die by, and it's not very fun to use either. So it's one of those weapons that just doesn't really make sense. It doesn't give you a rush, and it's not fun to use. I know a lot of people kind of call it like a troll weapon. I would take a Nasher any day, but as far as the sawed-off goes, it's not overpowered, but I would have preferred if it wasn't in the game. As far as boomshot based maps go, I don't really like them because it can really skew the results of what could have been if it wasn't on the map. I mean, it has 3 shots, so it plays a huge part in the game that it ends up being a frenzy just to go get the weapon, and I don't find those types of matches to be as much fun. What are your profile game defaults? I don't even know, and I can't view them right now, but I would assume they're whatever it's supposed to be regularly because I don't really touch that kind of stuff. Are you ever going to make a montage? The closest thing I would probably do to that would be what I've done for my weapon tips because, like I said, I'm not crazy, a crazy editor, but I do edit a bit, so it's possible, but I like to do commentaries because I think that that's what makes a video unique, hearing somebody's thoughts instead of some crazy music in the background. So if a montage has to have music in the background, probably not. After playing Gears for throughout 6 years, what can you say in terms of how long it took you to get that good? For Gears 1, it definitely took a lot longer because it was my first Gears game. But with progressive Gears games, I would say like after 2 months into each, it was pretty easy because the trial and error stage is already done. All you have to do is really adapt to what's different from the game. From Gears 2 to Gears 3 was probably a little bit more difficult, but if you stick with it, practice, reflection, and time is really all you need. Who would you say is your favorite video game character of all time, not from Gears, and why? That is easy. Duke Nukem, because he is hilarious. He's better than Morgan Freeman and Chuck Norris put together, and it's just pure entertainment. So that's an easy answer, but Dom's still better. Okay, what are your 3 favorite movies, and do you think Jessica Alba is hot? The Simpsons movie, because I'm a huge fan, and then I don't really care too much for movies, but I'd maybe say I'm Legend, because I actually was kind of sad when the dog got its neck snapped. The Social Network, because I thought the scripting was really good, and I'm not going to comment on Jessica Alba because I don't want to face any legal consequences for anything that is inappropriately said in this video. Do you really only play Gears? What other games do you play? Okay, that was an exaggeration on the dual comp. I play I play a lot of shooters actually, but in comparing to Gears, I play nothing really. Like when I first started this channel, which was 6 months ago, I haven't played any games since. I've only been playing Gears. Super Smash Brothers and Battlefront were games that got me into gaming, and I play a lot of COD, a crap ton of Gears, a little bit of Halo, but you'll probably see me playing some Halo or COD on this channel. COD more so because I actually can help people improve on that. Are you going to ever go pro or do LAN events? I would really like to, but that would also depend on my team. I've kind of been to a LAN event. I went to a local tournament for Gears 2 and Gears 3 to win your copy, and I won both, which was pretty cool, but I would love to make money off of Judgment or just play professionally if that's a possibility. How do you deal with sawed-off or retros? Okay, sawed-off, it's all about distance. Retro, just find a piece of cover and just start maneuvering around whoever you're playing. How do I find recruits for my clan if my friends aren't willing to play? Get your friends to play. Those are the people you want to start with, and then once you break through, you'll find better people. So that's all I have time for. I'm sorry I had to cram it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.